Well, my form has been slowly but surely improving, but the board aren't very impressed with me at all. So I am fearing that if we do lose against Man City, that match might just be my last. Hello, welcome to part 4 of my FM26 beta say with Manchester United. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our Premier League fixtures against Man City and Arsenal, or just Man City, depending on what happens. Because as you can see, Man City clash could potentially be my last. But anyway, this has been the form since last episode. Obviously, in the last episode, we did play our Premier League fixture against Spurs and Everton. Since then, form hasn't been too bad. I don't know what the board are actually moaning about, because we've actually only lost 2 Premier League games since the last episode. They were against Aston Villa and Newcastle. Apart from that, form's been very, very good. League table wise, it could be better. We've actually won 9 games. We've only lost 8 games, which it could be better. I mean, we could have won a few more games, but I don't think that's the end of the world. We've got 17 games left of the season. I think we can definitely try and get back into some sort of European fight, hopefully, towards the end of the season. We have made one more signing. It's the opening day of the transfer window, and that is Usman Diamande. He's a Ivory Coast centre-back. Hasn't actually played for us because he's been at the African Cup of Nations, but he's a centre-back. Looks very, very good. 4 stars of current ability. We have signed him from Sporting CP for £69 million. I don't think that's a bad transfer fee, considering he is valued up into 73 to 83 million. So not too bad. We have sold a few more players since the opening day of the transfer window, and we have said bye-bye to Altay Binder. He has joined Crystal Palace for £8.5 million. Nuasa Mazarawi has joined Al Nassr for £30 million. Dermot Mee, one of our other backup goalkeepers, has also joined Crystal Palace for 54k. And Diego Lyon, one of our youngsters, never used him. He has joined Inter Milan for £2.5 million. Obviously, only the one signing at the moment this transfer window. Still got just under 2 weeks left of the transfer window, but I reckon we can sign at least 2 or 3 more players. So this is the lineup for our match against Man City. It will be Lamens in goal, a back four of Lema, Delete, Martinez and Shaw. Mainu and Casemiro in the midfield. Then we've got Fernandes in the middle, Mateus Cunha on the left, Dorgu on the right. Is Ahmad? Yeah, Ahmad is fit to play. Why is he not playing then? So we've got Ahmad on the right, and we've got Cisco on the left. Xerxes is out for the squad because the owners have requested that I drop him for the foreseeable future for at least the next 3 league games. As if I don't do that, I will get the sack. I probably will end up getting the sack anyway if we do lose this game. So we kind of need to win this game. But if we can win this game, I think we can definitely move up a couple of places. I don't know why every time on like a new beta save, it happened on Tottenham last time for the first beta save on FM24, I got sacked. I dread to think it might be happening again, but we are 9th in the table, so it's not really bad. It's sort of in the middle. Lema has got the ball, but I think if we can get the first goal of the game today, I think we could definitely go on and potentially win the game. But we do need to keep this big beast really quiet up front for Man City, and that obviously is Erling Haaland. If we can stop him from scoring, we have a very good chance. And that looked like a decent ball over to Lema, but doesn't really have the pace to get onto the end of that pass. And Donnarumma has got the goal kick. And why is there so many highlights? It is on key highlights, but I suspect something is happening. This highlight is just carried on straight from kickoff, and Doku has got the ball running down the left-hand side. Now Haaland has got the ball. Can we get an tackle, please? Foden with the strike. Was he offside? I don't think he was, but this is a long highlight. A very long highlight indeed. Lamens whips the ball upfield, and that is finally the end of the highlight. A bit pointless, but I mean, I would prefer if we had scored in the opening minute, but not a bad, not a bad opening. It could be better opening 10 minutes. We haven't had a single shot. Man City have had 2 shots to a target. Thankfully, haven't scored any of them. Rodri has got the ball. Can we put the pressure on? Can we just somehow get in a tackle? Because I don't like the way this is looking. Rico Lewis has got the ball now to Savinho. Haaland. Oh my God! Thankfully, he puts it over the top of the crossbar, which is good. Because from that sort of distance, I kind of thought he would have. I thought he would have scored, but thankfully he did not. Come on, Lewis has got the ball. Can we put the pressure on? If they lose the ball here, we have a very good chance to perhaps get a goal from this opportunity if it comes to one. And Cisco has got the ball. Cisco, come on. Yes, this is looking very positive. Cunha has got the ball, has the chance to cross it. Goes inside the box. That's got to be a goal, surely. Is that not a goal? I'm sure we're going to goal line technology, which I can't. I mean, the goal line technology on this FM vastly improved since the FM24. It actually works, and it's not like impossible to see whether it's not gone over the line or not. Savinho, well done, Cunha, very good tackle. Fernandez has got the ball now to Lehmann. That's a lovely ball. Lehmann with a first time pass to Ahmad. Goes round the defender. Come on. Yes! Bruno Fernandes with a rebounded effort. We are 1-0 up against Man City. 20 minutes left to play on the first half, and we have taken the lead in the Manchester derby. Very, very good work from Amad Diallo, and well done, Bruno Fernandes, to pounce on the effort. I was almost expecting Cisco to be in that position, but nope, I don't know where he was or where he was lurking in the box, but Bruno Fernandes was there to knock it home to make it 1-0. Come on. A second goal? Maybe that's pushing it a little bit too hard, but it's definitely needed before half-time. Or if we can just go into half-time with a 1-0 lead, hopefully don't let Man City back into the game, not with 10 minutes left to play on the first half. That'd be slightly problematic. Rico Lewis has got played the ball. Savinho, can we get in a tackle? We don't, but Lamens is there with the save, and I presume he's just going to hoof upfield. He does. That's not a bad kick, actually. Ahmad, I thought it looked like Ahmad was going to get to his head onto the ball. Bernardo Silva has got a free, does not have a mohawk. Why do all the players have mohawks? I feel like that's something. Is that a bug, or it's just some sort of a weird thing that's happening with the game? But that is just, it's crazy. That a couple of minutes left to play off the first half, still leading 1-0 against Man City. And that's not, I mean, we're not the best team in that first half, but we took our chances and obviously we scored it, which is very, very good. We just need to hold on to the lead, potentially grab a second goal. Ideally, now, who's that? Lehmann. I'm not sure how much longer Lehmann will be here with us. Obviously, 2 weeks left off the transfer window. I'm fairly sure he's going to stay. We have had a couple offers for Diego Dalot. I'm fairly sure he's going to be staying with us. Haaland must have been caught offside. In terms of transfer business, I don't really know what we're going to do. I feel like another striker needs to come in because Josh Xerxes isn't great. Potentially a few more midfielders because I'm not a massive fan of Casemiro. He's not particularly fast, and Ahmad, that is very poor from you. You should have passed it, or at least pass it backwards or forwards, or just somehow kick the ball near the goal. Can we get in a tackle? Well done, Lehmann. Very good piece of defending. Down to it. Casemiro. Lovely ball over to Cisco, and he's now through a goal. Has a chance to put us 2-0 up, and he does. Benjamin Cisco, but what a fantastic pass from Casemiro. I might have slightly changed my mind about him. That's not going to be offside, is it? Is it offside? I don't know. I presume not. What is going on with this game? Some games are really perfect, but the other games, it somehow completely loses its mind. But it is 2-0. I didn't see the VAR call, But Bruno Fernandes nearly puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 3-0. But unfortunately, it is just over the top of the crossbar. What is going on? What the hell? I don't understand this. The actual gameplay seems fine. It's just the out of highlights thing. Ahmad. Oh my god, it's 3-0. Ahmad Diallo with the third goal of the game. Does take a wicked deflection. I'm not sure who from, but we are leading 3-0 against Man City. I'll tell you what, I've been fiddling around with our mentality. I've tried to play it on positive, doesn't really work, but when we play on balance, yeah, we seem to be pretty alright. I think that took a massive deflection off Savinho, but wow, what's going on? We are going to make a few substitutions. I hope this game doesn't crash because I don't want to play this game again because we are winning 3-0 and I think we are going to probably be victorious this game. Fernandes is going to make way for Haloshek. He could be as promised, he could be a channel midfielder. Haven't really seen the best of that role yet, but I'm remaining optimistic. Ahmad is also going to make way for David Martinez, and I think Lema also makes way for Diego Dallo. Come on, 27 minutes left to play. Man City have got a lot of work to do if they are going to try and make the comeback. I mean, obviously, they haven't really done much this second half. It's been mainly Manchester United, which is very good. Lema has a chance to cross it. He does. Bruno Fernandes with the strike. I thought that was in the back of the net. I thought that was in the back of the net. It looked like that should have been 4-0, but by some miracle, Bruno Fernandes has put it wide of a goal, and that is a fantastic piece of attacking play from Erling Haaland. What a first touch, by the way. I must give him credit to that. What a ball from Savinho. And look at this. Let's take a look at this first touch. Absolutely brilliant, that is. Absolutely. I could have done it better myself. This screen is still broken. Please hope the game hasn't crashed. It has. The game has crashed. Just so you know, I'm assuming we won 3-1. But before we do play our Premier League fixture against Arsenal, those of you who didn't see the last match, obviously the game crashed mid-game. Obviously, yeah, we were 3-1 up. But I did replay the game off camera. Thankfully, we did win 3-2, which is very, very good. Still nice to get the 3-2 win over Man City. I don't know can't remember who the goal scorers were in that game. It was Ruben Diaz own goal, Bruno Fernandes and Ahmad Diallo. So basically the same goal scorers, apart from whoever scored the third goal. I think it might have been Benjamin Sisko in the third goal in the previous take-off the game. But we got the win finally. So I'm hoping the game is all right now, and hopefully it doesn't crash. And we haven't done any other transfer business since we've played Man City, but this is the lineup for our match against Arsenal. It will be Lamens in goal, Backworth, Dalot, Diamande, Martinez and Shaw, Casemiro and Mainu in the midfield. Actually, we're not going to play Casemiro. I have promised Agate for some game time if I can just find him. So Agate can come into the midfield alongside Mainu. Got Ahmad on the right, Fernandes in the middle, Mateus Cunha on the left. Then we've got Benjamin Sisko up front. Is Xerxes on the bench? He is. We're not going to have him on the bench because he's an absolutely useless. He's one of the worst strikers ever. Obviously, we do have a week left to go of the transfer window. I haven't made any other signings this window apart from Diamande. I'm sure we will do some late transfer business, but at the moment, I don't really know what sort of positions to sign, but I think at the moment, obviously, we did sign Mazraoui very early on in the transfer window, so I think definitely need to sign another left back because we don't really have anyone that can play out there. If Luke Shaw gets injured, obviously we've got youngsters like Harry a must, but apart from that, don't really have any decent backups. Obviously, Dano can play out there, but he's very much clear, very much his best role is out on the right hand side or in the not in the midfield. And that's Lehman's a good midfielder, but again, another player can't really play out on the left. I'm sure Martinez could do a good job out on the left left back. And Bruno Fernandes, lovely ball across from Diego Dano, and we are 1-0 up against Arsenal. I tell you what, we're turning this season around. I thought I was going to get sacked a few episodes ago, or in the last episode, but no, we're performing really well, really rather well, but we are 1-0 up against Arsenal. Bruno Fernandes with that opening goal of the game. And let's take a look at the league table. Hopefully the game doesn't crash, because at the moment we are still in 9th. Are we actually still on 37 points? I feel like we should be on a higher amount of points than that, but I feel like that is probably correct. Amar Diallo plays the ball back to Dano, now to Diallo again. Come on, Bruno. That felt like it could have been a foul, but obviously Bruno Fernandes stayed on his feet, didn't go to the ground. If he did, I suspect that might have been a foul. Saka, lovely bit of footwork to Ødegaard. Gyökeres, thankfully, he hits the boost, and good for us. It didn't fall to any of the Arsenal players, because if it did, I don't think Lamens had any chance of getting to the ball. We've got 20 minutes left to play of the first half. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target. I think that can probably improve a bit, but definitely need to get a second goal if we want to have a really good chance of claiming the 3 points against Arsenal. And Martiano, that's very poor. He needs to react a bit quicker. I'm sure Gyökeres was offside, and he was. I think he was. I don't know if it was, and yeah, I presume it was, because it is a free kick to us. Come on. Diamante with the ball. This is, well, I don't know if it's going to lead to much, but let's find out. Diallo has got the ball, skips past the Arsenal player, but couldn't quite find Bruno Fernandes. And now to Saliba, to Gabriel again. Come on, this is looking... Can we just get the ball? That's a lovely ball over to Ødegaard, and he's through a goal. And he does put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 with 20 minutes left to play of the first half. We are back on level terms, which isn't great news, but he just he cut open our defence, didn't he? Absolutely rubbish defending, it really was. But yeah, let's keep going. Hopefully the second goal will definitely come. That could have been the second goal for Arsenal, but thankfully we do get the ball cleared out. Gabriel plays the ball back to Saliba. Can we get the ball back, please? And hopefully just try and do something with 15 minutes left to play of the first half. Rice has got the ball, gets fouled, and I don't think that's a penalty. I think that's very much outside of the box. But let's see what VAR says about this. That's free kick, no penalty. I always said it fairly obvious, but let's see what Arsenal do from this set piece. Not very much by the looks of it. We've got 10 minutes left to play. Come on. A second goal is definitely needed. The match stats have thoroughly improved for us. We've had 8 shots on target, whereas Arsenal have had 7, 2 shots on target. We've got a couple minutes left to play. I don't think there's going to be another goal in this first half, but you never know. Come on. No goals yet. Hopefully we can get the second goal in the second half. A second goal in the second half would be absolutely lovely. Then potentially go on to grab a third goal. Trossard gets dispossessed by Diego Dalo, but we couldn't quite keep hold of the ball. Cisco now to Fernandes. Come on, Ugarte. This is looking semi-positive. Cisco, Luke Shaw. Come on. This has got to be a chance. That's a lovely ball to Cunha. Great run from him. Cunha somehow puts the ball into the back of the net. Looks like a very, very tight angle. And we are back in the lead against Arsenal. And we've got plenty of time to go and grab a third goal. What a run from Cunha. I thought he was going to cross it at this point. Try and find Cisco, but no. Goes on his own. I think it takes a deflection from the Arsenal's number 2, which I believe it's Saliba, but I'm not too sure who any of their players are. It was the lead, but I presume it took a deflection. That's just that isn't just a complete guess, but we are performing really well at the moment. I think a third goal is definitely imminent. We created a lot of chances. Not, I mean, obviously not as many as Arsenal, but they're not as clinical as in the boys in black. Oh, I was going to say the boys in red, but that is quite clearly Arsenal today. Calafiori has got the ball now to Gabriel. Trossard, I think we'll probably give it 5 more minutes, so we'll make our first couple changes of the game. Ahmad loses the ball really, really rather cheaply, and Saka has got the ball. Can we get the ball back, please? Odegaard! Oh, you've got to be joking. That came from a sloppy bit of play from Ahmad Diallo, who is going to come off. So we will get on Brian Abramo returning from his African Cup of Nations duty. So hopefully he can try and conjure up something. Hopefully he can try and get us back in the game. Dorgu is going to make way for sure. Maybe we don't need a left back because obviously Patrick Dorgu is a left back. So obviously he has actually been playing out on the right wing. Not been great at it, but he is definitely a third or fourth choice out on that right hand side. But Dorgu isn't great. He's not better than Luke Shaw anyway. Raya has got the ball, poofs the ball out to Saka, and hopefully if we can get possession here, we might be able to go on the attack. But at the moment, Arsenal still have the ball. We're fit to Gyökeres. Come on, can we get in the tackle, please? We don't have to get stuck here or do it as an instruction, do we? I don't think we do. Get stuck here. Where's get stuck in? Yeah, there it is. Let's get it on for the final 15 minutes. Try and break some of the Arsenal players' legs, but hopefully, I'm hopeful we can get the winning goal. But then again, I will take a 2 draw against Arsenal all day long. 5 minutes left to play. Come on. Is there time for a late winning goal for Manchester United, or are we just going to hold out for the 1 point at the Emirates? It's an Arsenal free kick with a couple minutes left to play. Saka has got the ball, and thankfully his free kick is well wide of the goal. And we do enter 5 minutes of additional time. Lamens, just get the ball upfield, play it over the top for Sesko. That's not a bad ball, to be fair. It's a shame Sesko wasn't there, because he would have been on that like a flash. I mean, he's not that quick, but he certainly would have tried to get that. Gyökeres must have been offside there. He must have been. I think he is. Thank God for that. Come on, a couple minutes left to play. Is there going to be one more highlight, one more corner kick? I don't think so, and it does end in a very good 2 draw with Arsenal. We have obviously, I think we were the underdogs going into that game. I don't know what the league table looks like now, but let's take a look, see where we are in the table. So we are still currently 9th, 4 points behind Man City. If we can finish 7th and get into Europe for next season, that would be absolutely spectacular. Obviously, we've still got a week left of the transfer window, so I suspect there might be a few new additions in the next episode. So I will see you all tomorrow, where I think we'll probably just come back in the middle of this run, so probably March sort of time for our matches against Newcastle and Aston Villa. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.